Hey everyone, welcome to another Little Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Little Witch RP? Why? It's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and we created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time, and share them with you. And today we are playing D&D. This session features Immortal Guardians side quest, which takes our brave heroes on an exciting adventure out into the world of Velinara and beyond. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us as well. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, who brings our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous and daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of magic and wonder. And we will begin with an introduction for Xena.
Hi, I'm Ricky and I play Xena, who is a SMR barbarian fighter mixed. She loves swinging her axe, but she loves her friends more, and she's very, very angry and worried.
Oh, I wonder why. Next up, let's learn about Verity.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I play Verity. She is a changeling warlock with a very special patron. It's Tidway.
Lovely. And then, last but not least, let's meet Kira.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Kira. She is a satyr. She was a satyr ranger. She was a Sagittarius. She liked long walks on the beach. And Matt Boy, Treasure Boy, Elwin, Cordelian, Jonah, Aloya, Sabari, Gil, other unnamed fish person, Doorboy, Moonbill, Traveler, Navarre, Rom, Jolvarian, Smelly Boy, and Archibald Rashawn, Professor of Historical Sciences. She's still very happy to be here.
All right. And with that, our introductions are finished. And we are able to begin our session. We begin as you arrive outside the Windane Manor, along with a contingent of fairy soldiers, under the leadership of King Sprinafor. And you do have Prince Nyari at your side. Vinyarva is left to recover after the incidents that had taken place with the almost coup and the abduction of one of yours. When you do see the Windane estate, look upon its towering house, you see a collection of those massive spider guardians that stand outside, as well as numerous House Windane soldiers and dark fae that must have been summoned within the last hours. The mage Halaron, who you interacted with a few times under his various guises, stands at the balcony overlooking the entrance, the guarded figure of Rathiel at his side. Welcome, King Sprinafor and guests. I see that you have brought Verity. You may deliver her to the guardians at the door, along with an apology to the Mistress Windane for the conduct of your affairs during her visit to Vinyava.
There will be no apologies made this day, except for the one you will deliver once Sindri is returned.
As you speak out, King Sprintifor stands up and calls out towards Halaron and Wraithfield. Summon forth your mistress, Windane. She should like to negotiate before her house is invaded on the inappropriate and belligerent conduct of her nephew. There is a pause from Halaron. He doesn't move, but if anyone would like to roll an insight check here. Cena.
Hmm.
While he is reluctant in this moment, Halaron can likely be compelled or perhaps even frustrated into a situation that he can't overcome. Verity, with a 13, you would know that even with the way that Halaron speaks, he can't make any major decisions, not without Muriel's authorization.
I feel like we should just piss him off.
You're quite finished with your showboating. I'd like to speak to my mother.
Terribly sorry, but the mistress is quite busy at this moment. If you have business, I am happy to assist you. After you are brought in where you belong.
How far is he from us, and how many are with him again?
He is above on the balcony of the house. There is a veritable army between you and him of the Spider Guardians, the House Vindane soldiers, and other Dark Fae that are here. He is probably on the order of 80 or so feet, give or take. Far away enough that there can be conversation, but not in any way close.
I turn to my. No, I turn to Verity. I turn to my people, but I focus on Verity. And go, what's the play?
Can't do anything without her say so.
And he's refusing to get her. If we directly attack, I mean, do we directly attack?
We have to get inside.
Do you know of any other entrance besides this? Or most likely that's probably very well guarded too, yeah?
I mean, there's a back door, but I don't know. This is the only way I've ever gone out. So,
I mean, say the word, you know I'll charge in.
if there's a battle, enough distraction, we could push in.
Okay. Okay. All right, then we kind of stay close, yeah? And if we see an opportunity, we go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to cast the first shot before I charge in? Or do we try to go ahead and get one of the army people to charge at us? What do you think?
I will note, it's not just your people that are at risk here. King Sprinafar and Niari and the fairy army are here to get their people as well, who are held hostage.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps engaging in an immediate hostile action might not be the best course of action.
Do we ask for their advice? Or their thoughts?
What if I go to see if I can't negotiate?
I mean, my immediate thought for myself is would be no, but this decision ultimately has to come from you. There's no guarantee once that they have you that they're gonna release anybody or let us go. It just may mean that they have both you and Sindri.
There is a
Wait.
chance. There is a chance that I can find reason with someone. Even if it means I'm stuck here.
I look over at Kira.
I don't see any other option. I don't like the last thing you added, but we can
I don't
talk
like it
about
either.
that later.
Okay. Kind of take Zena and Kira's hand in each of mine, give them a squeeze, and step forward
As
towards the
you
house.
take the first step, before you can even move for a second, a hand in the golden armor is out in front of you, and it's King Sprinafors, who has been nearby, but allowed you all your privacy. You are not giving in to their demands. We do not negotiate in a situation where there are hostages such like this with anyone but the mistress of the house, as he directs it once more to Halloran. Just because you try once doesn't mean that it is an instant failure. Again, Halloran seems reluctant to move, but you do know that perhaps he can get to a point. He seems to be not the most level-headed. Easy to fluster and frustrate. Perhaps either a combined effort or another attempt to get onto his nerves.
What's the prince doing right now?
Nyari's been quiet ever since Rakelda's death. He's ready to fight.
I look over at Verity and
I could play snooty. Make him angry.
yeah.
The only way this will work is if I speak to my mother first. As lady of this house, I will not waste my time with you.
There is a crinkle of his brow, a sneer that begins to form, and a retort is forming on his lips before a hand on his shoulder. And a figure causes him to step aside as you see Miriam stepping forward. With but a look, she dismisses Halloran. And then her eyes trail over the forces gathered in front of her. The silence is long, tense. I guess a formal and cordial welcome to the House Swindane is in order. Though I am terribly sorry it is under these circumstances. If only Verity, my dearest daughter, would have honored a simple request, we could have avoided all this travesty. Sprinafor, still somewhat stepped ahead. Mr. Swindane, it has come to my understanding that people of my domain have been kidnapped and held under force, and if they are not released immediately, we will invade. Do you add anything else upon this statement? Such as those of your own that have been taken?
If those who have been kept prisoner, including Sindri, are released, I will come home. And do as you wish.
Tis a lovely offer, Verity. However, I have no prisoners here. Only guests. They are voluntarily assisting me with a matter of life and death, and unfortunately cannot be removed at this time. To forcibly do so would cause them terrible and undeserved harm.
Never been a good liar, Mother.
Sprinafor, at your side, and seeming on your side, Verity. If the hostages are not returned alive and unharmed within the next hour, My forces will invade and slay everyone within your service. That is a course of action that would not end well for anyone, Your Highness. Though, as she seems to give a moment of thought, her eyes falling on you, Verity. Truly, you are the only one that is necessary for this time of dire need. While my guests do yearn to assist with my ritual, a trade for all of them, for Verity, can be negotiated. Do any of you say anything in response to this? Kingsburn. Oh, go ahead.
If you would afford me a chance to say goodbye.
Roll a persuasion check.
20.
20. If it were to appease you to give a formal closing to your dalliance, you may say your goodbyes. But before you can give any heartfelt last words to companion's Verity, King Sprinafore stands forward. A trade will not be made. There's no reason to trust you, Muriel. No reason that you will not abuse my people again. You will release all hostages. Afterwards, I will be lenient when this matter is brought before the Sealy Court. He gives you a look. It's a bit softer. One that's where it's almost like a mentor or some sort of guardian with empathy, understanding a pain of trying to do something, but knowing that it perhaps would be more harmful if you do. Muriel, however, has another look. One of sadness, perhaps of loss. Resignation. As she looks to you, Verity. Then it seems that we have come to unpleasantness. And as all she says, she will turn and retreat to the manor. Wraithiel's face is grim as well, dispirited, as he follows behind her. The two figures of Wraithiel and Muriel gone, Halloran once more emerges, and he begins to oversee these spider guardians and the soldiers. Doesn't seem to be much too innocuous at this time as Spriniflor looks to you, Verity. I apologize, but to hand yourself over, while it would be beneficial in the short term, does not bode well for any potential issues down the road.
I understand.
We will get them back. All of them.
Yes, we will.
If anyone would like to be keeping an eye on Halaron and what he is doing, perception, insight, or arcana check. Verity, what's going on through your mind?
I think it's more she's thinking through what she knows about the house, how to move through it quickly and efficiently to get to where she might need to go. And there's just a lot of tactical things happening in her head.
Okay. Well, Verity, your thoughts are thinking of the tactics that may come next. Xena and I didn't see Kira's roll, so we'll just go with Xena's. Xena.
Yes.
Halaron's casting a spell of some sort and interacting with the troops, who then in turn prepare their arms and their gear.
I point that out to the group.
If anyone would like to roll a survival check. Damn, them 11s.
I know.
Xena, with a 22, they're preparing for an attack. They mean to take you off guard by surprise.
I immediately notified that, especially to the king.
Okay. As soon as you notify that to the king begins to prepare his forces. He takes no time to debate if this is true or not. And we will I will say you have 3 rounds here. So 3 actions, bonus actions, anything like that you can utilize to prepare for the oncoming fight.
Okay. Looking at the I can see the front door from here, right? From where we are.
Yeah.
And looking at the formation that is like set up. Normally, Xena, she would go straight for the biggest, baddest threat that she could see, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get inside the house with my companions. Can I figure out a way of the least resistance or the shortest distance to achieve that?
Least resistance would have to be going around at the entire battle. And again, there is an army there.
Yeah.
Least resist, the shortest path would be getting through the elite forces that block your way. So, if you want to get in the quickest, it would be fight. if you want to get the inside with the least amount of casualties, it might be a longer instance.
Okay. I mentioned this over to Verity, and I go through or try to go around. End of my first turn.
During this, we do have a arcane wild magic surge coming through. The thinning of the veils, and this will affect Kira.
Damn.
It's the first one, apparently.
Ah.
Kira,
Yeah.
could you roll me a d4, please?
Oh
I
no.
could, hypothetically, but that's a 1.
Xena,
Yeah.
you suffer from 2 levels of exhaustion for
Oh
1 hour.
no.
Oh my god.
That's awful.
Okay,
Do I
let's
notice
do it.
Xena looking tired?
I don't know, how does Xena look as you are onslaught with 2 levels of exhaustion immediately?
Oh my god, disadvantage on ability checks and speed halved. Yeah, you're gonna be Dory, Scout. I think all of a sudden you see her like clutching her stomach and then just slightly doubled over and winces and go, oh, what the hell? And like labored breathing. Something's wrong.
Um, I'll spend 2 of my 3 turns with 2 greater restorations.
Okay.
Oh my god, those are big spells, aren't they?
It's 2 5th levels, but it's fine.
Oh.
I'll save one. I'll do one as well.
Okay, 1 each.
Alright, so 1 each, then your exhaustion is gone. Do you do anything else in any sort of preparations?
I'll cast Crown of Stars.
Okay.
I will rage.
You might want to save your rage until right before, as it is only a minute.
Yes. Right before.
Okay.
So this is a second round, right?
I'm being a little loose with it. Basically,
Yeah,
you've got 3 actions. You don't have to use all of them.
Yeah.
But
And I get ready to run with my axe in hand and then rage right before.
okay.
The last minute I'll cast Fizzman's Platinum Shield on Verity.
Last minute, you will all get a bless from Prasathos. So, as you rush in, we're gonna roll initiatives.
Damn.
Let's get...
Oh, can I do one last thing?
Sure.
Sorry. I'm just gonna down a potion of speed.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, perfect. Do I have anything for? No.
So, as you rush forward, the army alongside with you crashes against the forces. The section of the battle that really has your full attention are 3 Spider Guardians, 6 Windane House Soldiers, and 6 Windane House Mages. Not 6 House Mages, 2 House Mages. 3 Guardians, 6 Soldiers, 2 Mages. I'm gonna make my life a living hell. So it will be Xena. It will be Verity. Kira. And then we have soldiers. Sophos. Spiders. Mages. Xena, first to act. What are you doing?
I want to go straight up and get to the closest one, if possible, with 40 feet of movement.
Okay, that would be either a soldier or a spider guardian.
No. I want the Spider Guardian. Because I'm stupid. And I would like to, I would like to go ahead and do overwhelming strikes against the Spider Guardian.
Okay.
That is going to be 31 to hit for a total of 34 points of damage.
As your attack hits against the shield and armorings, it doesn't seem to get through.
There's something protecting it. I go ahead and yell.
The armor that's around it.
Yeah. Looking at it, does it look like I can... It's not... I mean, the armor is part of it, right?
Yeah, it's as if this is grafted onto it as part of its existence. The armor of the carapace and legs that travels up to this almost satyr-like torso that sits atop it.
Yep. Is there any, like, in-between places where I can go ahead and attack it?
Not that
The
you're...
armors, like, overlap or anything?
Not that you see on a glance. It would take a more in-depth look or investigation, which would take an action.
Okay, can I action surge and investigate?
Sure. Roll an investigation.
Oh, fudge sickle me.
You're just seeing armor plating.
Okay, good. End of turn.
Okay. Verity. What are you doing?
How far away are the mages?
We'll say that when you guys rushed into combat began while you guys were like 40 feet away from the melee, and they'd be closer to the house, so I'd put mages at 60 feet away.
That's fine. We'll focus on one, and we'll send out some blasts. First is a 30 for 16. 22 for 13. Another 30. For 9.
That one goes down.
Okay, next one gets a 34.
Okay.
For 15 and a star. To say 28 to hit. For 27 radiant.
Both mages go down. Mages be squishy. So, with that, Kira, we come to your turn. There are soldiers and spider guardians.
Cool. I'll run up to a soldier. Give some bonks. That's a 32 to hit.
32 does hit.
It's 19 points of bludgeoning and 9 points of psychic.
Okay.
25 to hit
Yeah.
for 16 bludgeoning and 9 psychic. And then hasted action is a 33 to hit for 17 bludgeoning for 15 psychic.
Okay. That is one of the soldiers down.
Ooh.
Anything else from you, Kira?
Nope, that's my turn.
It's our soldiers go. And we are going to have one run over towards where Xena is, and we'll take an attack. And we've got 3 that will go over to Kira,
Oh,
and then 1 running after Verity. So, 23 does not hit Xena. And then a 25,
26 is the AC.
and you're fine. 1 comes close, but does not strike. Kira, you've got 3 around you.
nice.
The first attacks are a 22 and a 21.
I'll shield.
Okay. The next 2 attacks are a 25 and a 10.
Nope.
And then the last 2 attacks are a 25 and a 26.
26 just misses.
Alright, then you are safe. And then Verity, you've got 1 in front of you.
Oh.
21?
Yes.
And that will be for 12 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
And then,
Beat me?
no, you ran up. She had stayed back, so.
Okay.
And then the last one is a natural 1.
Oh.
So. That is it for our soldiers. Prasathos is going to take the dodge action, so that way he doesn't get hit by anything. And just continues to hold concentration on the bless that's upon you guys. And then it's our Spider Guardians, which we've got the one in front of Xena. And that's going to be a 26.
Yep.
And so you see the one of the halberds that it's in his hands comes down, slashing forward. And that's 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay, halved.
And then its second attack is a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
For 29 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then the other ones are going to throw javelins at Kira and at Verity.
Rude.
Yeah, very.
Quite rude.
27 to hit Kira.
Just hits.
Is that one within 30 feet?
Kira would be within 30 feet, yeah.
After you do damage, I'll let you do a reaction.
Sure. So Kira, please take 17 points of piercing damage.
Exactly, sleepover health.
Okay.
It's 15 points of damage.
Except that it's towards a spider guardian and doesn't seem to be.
Gosh darn it.
And then that's a natural 20 towards Verity.
Yeah, that'll hit. Not Kira. Verity take 29 points of piercing damage.
You want to hurt me so bad.
Look,
Goodness.
I don't know why I keep saying Kira instead of Verity. But that's it for our spiders. And we have no more mages. So, Xena, it's your turn. You've got a spider guardian in front of you and a soldier nearby.
Can I hit its leg?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do overwhelming great weapon master and see if I can go ahead and make a trip over or do something. That is going to. Oh, that's natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah.
Okay, 6 and 24, 40, 52 points of damage.
So what happens here is that as you hit the leg, you hit it in just enough of an area that you hit a joint, and the joint breaks and seems to do damage, and it seems that that is what you need to target,
Oh,
is the joints.
oh, that is great. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, and if that one's like broken, I'll go do another joint. Oh, that is so good. That is 29 to hit.
29 hits another joint.
That is going to be 35 points of damage.
Okay.
And then that's how many? Okay. Oh, that was a retaliatory strike. 1, 2. Okay. My third attack is another natural 20.
Okay.
That is going to be 45, 47, 57 points of damage.
Okay, so you've got 3 joints that are broken.
Okay, and then my bonus attack for it's 25 to hit for a total of 33 points of damage, and that's the end of the turn.
Okay. You've broken 4 legs out of the 8 on the Spider Guardian, and it seems to be in a poor condition, but it's still in a fighting condition. But it's now sort of lame, only able to move half of its legs. As Verity, we'll come to your turn.
And I have a big man in front of me.
You have a soldier in front of you.
Okay. We'll blast him back. Oh, it's a 17 to hit.
A 17 will just miss the soldier.
Okay, I'll try again. There's an 18.
An 18 will just hit.
That is 17 force, and he's pushed back.
Okay.
And then we've got a 25 for 9. A 34 for 10. And then bonus action, a 20 to hit with a star for 42 radiant.
That soldier goes down.
Great.
Oh, that's nice damage.
So, with that, Verity, your turn comes to a close. Kira, you had 3 soldiers around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one and start whacking. That's a 30 to hit
Yep.
for 14 points of bludgeoning and 8 points of psychic. 24 to hit for 17 points of bludgeoning and 8 points of psychic.
1 goes down.
Ooh, 35 to hit another one
Yeah.
for 14 points of bludgeoning. 8. Numbers. 13 points of psychic, and I'll put a divine smite in as well because it's funny. Uh, 17 points of radiant.
Leaves this man hanging on by a thread. But he is still up at the end of your turn, Kira, which means it is our soldier's go. Oh, I forgot you had Bless on your just miss for Verity's.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, I forgot to.
It's all right. Glitch in the matrix.
Mhm.
But it is our soldiers go. And we've got 2 on Kira, 1 on Xena, and it's going to be the first one is a 16 to try and hit Kira.
No.
His second attack is a 22.
Nope.
Second attacker gets an 18.
No.
And the last attack is a 20.
Nope.
Alrighty. So, with that, we've got the one over near Xena. His first attack is a 27.
Yep.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
His second attack, another 27.
Mhm.
For 10 slashing.
Okay.
And that is it for our soldiers. Prasathos continues to hold the bless, continues to dance around the battlefield, not wanting to get hit. And then we've got our spider guardians. We've got the one in front of Xena going to take attack, which will be a 22. His second
Mhm.
attack is a natural 20.
Mhm.
For 28 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
And then the other 2 are going to come over to you.
Mhm.
And they're going to take their swings. First one misses with a 13. And its second attack is a 22 and misses. Third spider is a 26 on its first attack.
Mhm. That hits.
And that will be good damage. 22 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
And then the last attack is another natural 20.
Okay.
For 32 slashing.
Okay.
And that's it for our spiders.
Mhm.
And as it comes to the end of our spider's turn, we will pick back up after our ad break with Xena's. So stick around with us, hang out, chat. We will be right back. But before we go, I just ask you that you let the ads run. Please don't mute them. Don't leave us. Ads are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable. Though you can always make a direct donation to support us over at my Ko-fi. We have a link for that on screen. Ko-fi donations not only help support your GM and their caffeine needs, but they also unlock awesome perks for the entire Will to Witch RP community. Perks that benefit everyone who plays with us for the next week. Perks include awesome companions like Aurora, as well as double treasure, double XP, and even new quests. So stick around, we will be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are picking up here in the middle of battle with Xena. It is your turn. You've got 3 spider guardians around you, one of which is missing 4 legs. Well, I mean, they're there, they just can't work.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead as I do overwhelming strikes against the one I've been attacking. I'm gonna yell out, "Attack their legs!" Oh, that is going to be 23 to hit for a total of 35 points of damage. Going to be 31 to hit for 29 points of damage. 25 to hit for a total of 32 points of damage, and end of turn.
Alright, 3 more legs are broken, but there's still 1 leg left. He is in bad condition, but still clinging on to life. It's Verity. It's your turn.
I would like to attempt to banish one of these spiders using plane shift. So I will roll to attack. It's a spell attack.
Hold on. I want to say that
Yeah,
this...
please.
Alright, so, it is a melee spell attack, so you have to touch.
Oh. Oh no, I don't want it. You know what? How far away is it?
If you have not moved, they are 40 feet away.
Oh goodness. Well, then I will save it. Well, we won't do that. I thought it was hot shit, but I had it all figured out. We're just gonna blast some legs then.
Okay.
That's a 27 to hit.
These are just random legs, or...
Yeah, just random legs.
Cool.
There's so many little leggies out there. That's 9 force.
Alrighty.
28. For 11.
That is the one in front of Xena that had 1 leg left down.
Okay, great. Aiming for more legs.
Okay.
20.
Yep.
That is 11 force.
That's another leg broken.
Great. 25 for 13.
Another leg broken.
And we've got a star. And that's a 31. For 16 force. That's radiant, I'm sorry. That's terrible damage.
It is another leg broken, though.
That's good.
So, of the 2 that remain standing, alive and whole, one has 2 broken legs, one has 1 broken leg, and they have 8 legs, so... that's it for Verity, yeah?
Yes.
Kira, you've got 2 soldiers on you. One's looking real bad. The other one doesn't seem to have been hit.
Cool. We'll take a quick bonk at the one that looks hurt. And that was.
That is unfortunate.
We'll try again. That was a 26.
That'll hit.
Awesome. God damn it. 13 points of bludgeoning. And 13 points of psychic.
He's dead.
Awesome. Then I'll take my hasted bonk at the other guy.
Sure.
That's an 18.
18 will hit. Just hits.
Awesome. That's 14 points of bludgeoning. And 17 points of psychic. And I'll put another divine smite. 13 points of radiant.
Once again, this figure is hanging on by a thread.
That's my turn.
Alright. It is now our soldiers' go, and this guy is going to take a swing at you.
We can try.
It's a 23,
Nope.
and the 9 definitely misses. And then over near Xena, the last remaining soldier, his first attack is a 23, which misses. And the 20 also misses. And that's it for our soldiers. Prasathos, again, continues to hold bless on everybody. And then we've got spiders. 2 of them. And they are going after Xena. First one is a 27.
Yep.
Second attack is a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
That's what you get with advantage on all your attacks. We've got 18 from the normal strike.
Mm-hmm.
And then 35 from the second.
Okay.
And then we've got our second spider.
Mm-hmm.
Who will roll a 26 on the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And a natural 20 on the second.
Okay.
Damn.
For 13 points of damage on the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And 31 on the second.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that is it for our spiders. Xena, it's your turn. You've got 2 spiders on you, and amongst the 16 legs that are there, 3 of them are broken.
Okay. I would like to keep on attacking the one with 2 broken legs.
Okay.
That is going. Ooh, does 19 hit? Oh no, that would be 20 with the Connors +1.
You
Does
have a
20 hit,
+1.
or do I need to plus? Okay,
Uh,
I'll use plus. 21.
I mean, I was just saying that you guys do have +1, but 21 will hit a leg.
Okay, great. That is going to be 32 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, brutal critical. Thank you very much. I think that should count as 2 legs, but okay. That is going to be 35 points of damage.
If you can tell
Nope,
me,
that's wrong. 47, 49, 59 points of damage.
you could tell me physically how you can break 2 joints in one go when they are, again, physically separate. I'd love to hear that argument, but
I think they're like closer together, like it needs to be. Wow, 19 and a 20.
I mean, that brings 2 legs together, but you are going after the
Yeah.
joints.
That is going to be 47, 59 points again. And
Alright.
then I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to hit. That is going to be 26 to hit for a total of 30 points of damage and a turn.
Okay. That spider now has 6 broken legs. As Xena's turn comes to an end, Verity, we come to you.
Does Kira have any other soldiers on her?
She's got 1 soldier on her that looks like super fucked up.
Okay, well, I trust her. I know that she can handle that.
Can she? She got a natural 1 on her last turn. No, I'm sorry, that was mean.
Damn.
Look at what you've done. You know she's sensitive.
You know, I'm sensitive. Why would you say that?
We'll aim for more leggies.
Are you dying inside right now, Faye?
No, I'm dying
that's
outside.
Good grief. That's an 18.
An 18 just misses.
But I have bless, so that makes it a 20.
A 20 will hit.
Great. It's for 16 force.
It's another leg down.
Great. That's a 20 for 14 force. 8, 1. Well, with the +1, it's a 20. For 17 force.
1 spider goes down, leaving just 1 left.
Great. I have 1 more blast. That's a 19. That's less is a 23. For 9 force.
Not quite enough to get that leg down, but
That's okay. We have a star. My goodness, I'm really needing to rely on these. 19 plus. Bless you can only use once, though, right?
no.
Every attack.
Okay. So that makes that a 23. They're dancing. 27 radiant.
Sorry, I had to put a ball back on.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Maybe if you stopped playing with
Shut
them.
up.
Yeah.
That leg goes down, by the way. So 3 broken legs out of 8. And Kira, it's your turn.
Still one guy.
Still one guy.
I'm a head bum. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 13 points of bludgeoning, and I'll just put my fixation on this. And 5 points of psychic.
He's down.
I'll run over and bonk some legs.
There is still another soldier that's over near Xena, but there's also the legs.
I'll go ahead, but how's the soldier looking?
The soldier has not been hit yet.
Ooh.
Oh. He's just been vibing.
Yeah, Xena doesn't seem to care about him.
Well, then neither do I. I'll
Bigger.
go over and bonk some legs.
Okay.
If we all just pretend he doesn't exist, maybe he'll go away.
Sure.
Sure. I'll let you believe that.
It'd be really funny if we did that though. 27 to bonk a leg.
27.
Joint.
Yeah, 27 hits a joint.
That is 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm just gonna hope the joints can take psychic. 13 points of psychic?
That's a fucked up leg right there.
So, but it seemed to have taken the psychic damage.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, that the leg was broken before the psychic went through, so it's hard to say for sure.
Oh,
Joints are hard to hit, but they don't hold a lot of HP.
oh, that's fair. I'll go bonk another joint with my hasted action.
Go for it.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 13 points of bludgeoning and 7 psychic.
Cool. Another broken leg. So anything else from Kira?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay, so, since we've got 2 targets nearby for this soldier as it comes to his turn, he's gonna go for the newest edition. So, first attack against Kira misses with a 10, the second is a 26.
Oh, shield.
Okay, shield goes up.
Is there someone trying to hit me?
For Sothos keeps, hold up on Bless. We've got a Spider, and he's got 2 attacks, and he's got 2 buddies. So you know what? We're just gonna... That's a 26 to hit Xena. For 17 points of damage. And then to Kira, a 17 will miss.
Yeah.
So you're fine. And that's it for our Spider. Xena, it's your turn. What is Xena doing? Oh no, we
Muted.
might have lost Xena.
Mm-mm.
3 points of damage. Uh-oh. Did stream just go down?
No,
Maybe it's just me. Okay, maybe it's just me.
So,
Brutal critical.
all right. So, wait. What were you doing? Because I didn't hear anything of what you said except till I heard 3 damage.
Oh, okay. I'm actually trying to get rid of the one that I've been attacking.
That one's down.
So, okay. Then, so this is a third hit. Can I go over to the other spider?
That one's been down. The one that you were hitting, like, we didn't have anything come through until just now. So, if this is your third hit, I didn't get the first 2 at all.
Okay, okay. So, pretty much 29 to hit, and then it was 25 to hit, and then 30 to hit on the first 2 hits.
Okay, both of those would hit.
Okay, and the damage was 34 and 33 for those 2.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last one I just swung was 33 to hit.
Yes.
Actually, I'm sorry, that was brutal critical. That is going to be total of 20, 45, 47, 57 points of damage.
Cool. That's the last leg broken, which means the last of the spiders are down, leaving just our soldier.
May I move over to a flank for the soldier?
You can move into a flank for sure.
Yep, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just go boo, and that's it.
Verity, it's your go.
Yeah. This poor guy. I'll send a guiding bolt. That is a 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
37 radiant.
Okay. And he glows.
Cool. We'll send a star as a bonus action. Which is a 31.
Yeah.
For 31 radiant.
And he will go down. And as this one goes down, you are able to see, especially as you hear across the battlefield, again, there's still fighting going on with the other forces, that Sprinter just calls out, there, and he points, and you see there is a path that you can cut through to get to the front doors. Move! Quickly! Niari and I will hold the grounds.
We'll move. Start heading to the door.
Tell me how that looks like. What are you doing? Describe it to me.
Verity isn't running. She's walking calmly. But anything she sees out of her peripheral, she is blasting and pushing away.
Easily enough done. What about the rest of you? What do you look like as you move across?
I'm gonna stay close to Verity, and if anything comes near us, I will go ahead and swing, but still run.
Okay.
Stay within 10 feet of my companions for mechanical reasons, and just to try and look intimidating, which is hard because I'm really cute.
There you are.
Prasathos tries to keep up a Aurora clinging to his back underneath his vest, and he wait for me. He will move across, holding onto his satchel. And when you get to the doors, all is not well, as it seems that the doors are locked. Mechanically, magically, and there also seems to be a barricade on the other side.
Oh. Let's see. Before I ask Xena to go through with her what she's learned during smashing lessons, I'd like to use Ghostly Gaze just to see if there's anything else beyond the door besides the barricade.
There are, you see just at the edge of your ghostly gaze, figures that move across the foyer and the main hall, perhaps trying to flee. House staff.
Get the door open any way possible.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said go for it?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
your
yeah.
expertise.
I'm going to
Please.
go ahead and go smash. I look over at Kira and almost go and headbutt, but then change my mind and then go with my axe. Overwhelming strikes. That is going to be 30 to hit.
As your axe goes to strike, again,
Yeah.
there is a magical lock here that
Oh,
seems to
good
protect
grief.
the door.
I'm gonna dispel it.
Okay. What level is it cast at?
That is 5th.
Yeah.
Can you roll for me a charisma check?
It's 18.
19. Yeah, you watch that barrier begin to shift and dissipates.
Wait, try again, please.
Also, a heads up, it sounds like there's a thunderstorm coming in on my side, guys. So if anything happens, I don't expect it to, but if anything happens,
Got it.
We blame Faye, got it.
Mhm.
always. There's a reason why we have Blame Faye merch in our store, littlewitch.com.
Get your hat.
Wait, is there really?
Yeah,
Yes.
Flame Faye?
there's a Blame Faye
Yes.
beanie.
Oh, it's a beanie.
Toque for our friends to the north.
I need to get the bright orange one. But what are you guys doing? The magical lock has been dispelled. You do again have a barricade on the other side of the door. Verity, you would have seen that this barricade comes up to like half the door's height.
Mhm.
So even breaking down the door, you might still have difficulties getting over the barricade.
No.
And then there's the mechanical lock as well.
Sina,
Yeah.
if you will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Do I need to roll damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that is good damage. That's 64 points of damage, because I'm assuming my rage has faded. That is going to be 27 to hit, for a total of 32 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is going to be 30 to hit for a total of 32 points of damage. Am I using my bonus action or is it doing that?
I mean, you're not in an initiative. You can use whatever you want.
Okay.
The door, you can break down the door. There's still the barricade, and it's still an
Yeah.
obstacle you have to get over. So now that there's no door, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm
Push.
gonna
We
just
push,
keep...
yeah?
Yeah.
Well, no. So Xena has broken down the
Yes.
door. There is no door to push.
Right, we're not pushing the door, the barricade.
The barricade is like other things that are kind of pushed up together. So like
Oh,
if you're
goodness.
if you're doing something, it'd be like climbing over now.
Yeah. Is that what, athletics check?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast faster.
So okay, you cast Fire Step.
Uh-huh.
You try. You can't get into the house with the teleport.
Oh!
Make a note. Great.
Got this. I'll give people a headache.
Do I? Okay, I'll try and climb.
Got this. You got this.
Do I?
T10. fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. We can
it's
get double digits.
everything is fine. That's an 11.
Okay.
Verity, take 1 point as you scrape your hands.
Ow.
So sorry. We should have helped more. You had
Everything,
9th level cure wounds before.
everything hurt.
Oh my god, that looks so painful.
It really hurt my hand.
Let me get some like bandages out of my bag and just start like wrapping Verity's hand just like so much over this tiny scrape.
There's this and everything else that's piled on top of it.
Oh, I'll give you a hug. It's a long day.
Meanwhile, there are still servants here that are fleeing. They seem to be fearful and are just packing things up. Verity, you recognize many of them here. One of them you see is Grolifin, an old Spriggan. You knew the caretaker well. He was here when you were growing up and was always kind. And he is, it seems, trying to foster and ferry other of the servants out into safeties and exits.
I'll start making my way to him. Griffin,
Verity, you should not be here.
I have to be here.
I understand, and I give my condolences. My heart is long hurt over what has happened with this family. But you should try to leave as soon as possible.
Not leave yet. Where is my mother?
It's probably retreated to the dungeons with her nephews and all the remaining guards. Those that haven't broken rank or fled.
It's the second time I've heard that. Nephews.
I cannot stay for long, but the library would have the answers that you need. And beyond the wall, the curtains, Ariel has kept history of your family obscured.
All right.
Any dark years for the Windane House, I warn you. More awful occurrences in the recent past.
Be safe.
Yes.
No. Turn to Xena and Kira and start heading for the library.
As you make your way to the library, and it's an easy path, even amongst the chaos here.
As we walk, run, or how I ask question: if she has nephews, why wouldn't she leave the estate to them instead of you, adopted?
I don't know. I didn't know we had more family.
With many secrets.
As you enter into the library, it is just as you remembered it, Verity. And just as you remember it, you see the heavy curtains, the one that you were never supposed to look behind.
I'll pull them back.
You see here a mural. A long, lengthy record of the family's generational history. Back to times long before your mother. If anyone would like to roll history or insight as you look upon this mural. Xena, Verity. The artwork here flows left to right. You see a stark split of the landscape of the background. It changes from darkness and moonlight to twilight. In the darkness, there are names of children, all beneath a matron. You see the name Shaldora. There are descendants, every one of Shaldora's, that died, except for one of her granddaughters, Zirathea, Muriel's mother. You see that Muriel, however, is not the only child of Zirathea. Another. The line indicates a female, a sister, but the name is violently scratched off the wall. If anyone would like to roll a history check on the name Shaldora. Verity. Shaldora was a powerful matron of an Eladrin household that served the Unseelie court for many hundreds of years. They held the grounds on the edges of the Twilight Domain. They worked tirelessly to advance the strength of night. Shaldora was well known for her ambitious nature, and that was ultimately her downfall. She attempted several political maneuvers to put her in direct contention with the Queen of Night, and when she overstepped her authority, the Queen's retribution was swift and thorough. Shaldora and all her descendants were wiped out in a single night, a purge that made an example for all her subjects. The domain Shaldora held was lost and abandoned and eventually drifted into the land of Twilight. As you look over this mural, as you take in the knowledge that was hidden from you, a voice comes from the doorway that leads to the hall. All line was once respected throughout the court of night. And you turn and you see Halloran. Now we're little more than a memory. Windane is an echo, a curse, a reminder that one should know their station. And he makes eye contact with you, Verity. But that will change with you.
Our line.
Adeline. Muriel had a sister, and he looks to the mural, and there is an anger deep underneath the surface that you could just barely begin to see. That's my mother. The two of them, they were doing great things together. But then my mother had to. And he shakes his head. Shaldora, our matron, endured through the centuries after her physical destruction. Her soul withstood the call of eternity, defied the order of the gods. That is how powerful our matron is. She needed our family to give her a way to join us once more. By the time that Muriel and her sister discovered Shaldora hidden deep within our recovered family home, Muriel was already matron. We had sought to restore them. They sought to restore her to life. Shaldora bargained with the night hag. It was simple, straightforward. At least it should have been. But for weeping hearts and traitorous blood. Throughout all of this, he is walking. It's a simple gait, casual. He doesn't get close to your group, but he doesn't stay at the doorway either. Moves through the library. The vessel for Shaldora's return would be a sacrifice. After the night of the bargain, the firstborn of the next child between them would manifest the body that Shaldora would become. But my mother was weak. Her heart was weaker. Muriel tried to carry a child. My aunt has always been dutiful to our matron. But fate twisted against her. Against us. Unfortunately, Muriel could not conceive. So it was my mother who accepted the responsibility, bore another child. Only it was a lie. When her daughter came of age to carry a ladrin, she was allowed to frolic amongst the others in court. She met a changeling, fell in love. And my mother, she spits on the floor, curse her name forever. Allowed her daughter to escape and elope, and defy all that we are. Of course, you might be thinking, where do you fall into this verity? But it was me and Raythiel. My brother searched far and wide for nearly a year, and all across the domain of Twilight. And then we found on niece. She had a child. You. By this point, he has pulled out an orb, his arcane focus, and is just watching the light of Twilight through the gleam.
You stole me.
After what happened to them. If we hadn't taken you, you wouldn't have survived.
What did you do?
What happened to them is what happens to any family traitor. Do you recall the tale of Shaldora? They were slaughtered. My mother after them. Just like the Queen of Night, Shaldora does not forgive. You were brought back, and it was decided that the body of a changeling can be useful for a time, until a more suitable form could be found.
No.
No. You reject your past, your history, the truth.
I reject you.
Reject me all you want. We are blood. And unlike all that you stand for, I am loyal. I will make sure that you are offered as you should have been, for the glory of this house. Our house. And at this point, we are going to roll initiatives. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Alrighty, so it will be Cena, Verity, and then Halaron. And then we'll get Kira's when Shay rolls. So, Gina, first to act. What are you doing?
Oh my god. Yeah, I would like to go ahead and hit him. Jerk. That is going to be 23 to hit. For a total of 33 points of damage.
Okay.
That is going to be, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
Total of 24, that makes it 42, 52 points of damage.
Okay.
That is going to be 20 to hit for 23 points of damage. End the turn.
All right. Verity,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Has it been an hour?
No.
I'll throw a star at him to start. That's a 27.
That'll hit.
A 33 radiant.
Okay.
And then I will need an intelligence save.
Okay. That is going to be a 23.
Just to meet, so nothing happened.
Okay. Halaron is not looking the best here. He seems very wounded, but he's hanging in there as it comes to his turn. And from the pulsing energy of his orb, he thrusts it outward, and I need a dexterity save from all of you. Okay. Verity and Xena, do save. And so you will take half damage. Oop. So, on a failed save, you're looking at 47 points of thunder damage, but you guys succeeded and take half as much.
Peter.
Great. Thunder. So, with that, it is Alaron's turn, which means Xena. We come to your go.
He's looking really hurt.
Yeah, he's looking real hurt. You just did like freaking.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did
yeah.
100 damage to him base.
I'm gonna drop my axe
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna run right up to him and try to grab him by the front of his armor or collar, by his throat, whatever.
Okay.
Is it an athletics check?
Sure.
29.
Okay. As you grab hold of him, he will use his reaction to bamf out. And he appears next to Verity.
Which is how far from me? Sorry.
So, Verity, probably about maybe 15 feet, but he is, like, right next to her. Like, I would suggest not getting violent next to your friend. Don't want her getting hurt as well.
I growl at him and get ready to attack, but I don't move.
Okay. Verity, it is your turn.
I get a con save, please.
Sure. That's a 14.
That's 8 thunder.
He's hanging in by a thread.
That's my turn.
Halloran looks to you, Verity, and will again thrust out the orb, and as he continues the components of motions, I need a dexterity save from you, Verity.
A 19.
The lightning bolt tears through, but you're able to move out of the way and only take half damage. So that is 36 points of damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful. And that's it for Halloran. Xena, it's your turn.
I would like to go up to him and grapple, but flavor it as I go ahead and kick him behind his knee to see if I can get him on his knees.
I would say that that's more of a shove than a grapple.
Okay, sure.
'Cause you
Still
can-
athletics, right?
It's still in athletics, but a shove you can
Okay.
actually make someone prone.
I would like to do that, please.
Cool. So as you shove him down, his reaction's back. He's going to bamf away. This time he will be at 35 feet from you.
I move 20 feet, but off to the side, like diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Verity, him, and I are in a triangle. I don't want to be in Verity's way, but closer to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The end of turn.
Really, this is getting quite out of hand. All you had to do was follow orders, as he's only looking at you, Verity. It is your turn.
I take no orders from you. And I'll throw my last star.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
34 radiant.
Would you like to paint a picture?
I think I'm too upset to. Please.
As you deliver this line and you grab that last star and you throw it across the room. It begins to glow in the library, and there are motes of dust that hiccup just for a moment before it impacts against Toleron, shattering through his arcane focus and into him. This burst of light that just leaves the body broken. So there's no signs of any sort of final impact. Not like if he was hit with a bludgeon or blade. Just the cracked orb that he casted from. And combat comes to an end.
Zena,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I just need a moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna move off to a corner, not terribly far, but just a quick chat with Tithway before we move on.
Okay. Easily enough done.
Tithway, you know, I don't ask for much from you. But I ask two things. To provide your assistance as you normally do, but also a promise that you won't lie to me.
I am not a creature who lies. It is, if anything, I do our misdirections in jest. Things to provide mystery, confusion, from the path of whimsy. Lying does not become one like myself.
Oh, I'm going to pretend that you. It sounded like yes, so. I'll accept that, I suppose. I'll collect myself and move back.
As you return, Prasathas has just kind of been adjusting his strap, understanding a bit of the awkwardness of his presence here, but still trying to help as best as he can. But you know, Verity, Halloran, he is one. He has given some information, but you think back of what you've learned and what you've been told, and you know that your mother seems to have gone to the dungeons. You know that there is an entrance to the dungeon in the gardens. You lead the group from the library to the rear of the manor house, past the servants' quarters, the kitchen, and leisure hall. And through the leisure hall, you open out to a sun porch, the gardens out on the back. Here you see the large greenhouse. You know, Verity, that greenhouse has an old mausoleum in the entrance to the underground dungeon. And as you all enter into the sunroom, go ahead, roll for me perception checks. You also see that Vrathiel waits for you outside the greenhouse with some of the elite warriors of House Windane. And as you see this, we must go to our next ad break. So stick around with us. We will be right back to continue on with our story and our action. We'll see you soon. Alrighty, we are back here as you see Raythiel. He is outside the greenhouse. He has the elite warriors, and you stand in the sunroom. Between you and Raythiel is the Guardians, and beyond Raythiel is where you need to go.
There's no hesitation from there. She exits the sunroom.
As you exit the sunroom, no hesitation. Raythiel is aware of your presence and your approach, and strangely, he gives a bow as you come forward, almost as if a respectful acknowledgement of your approach. It's almost gracious. Then he stands at his full attention again.
Will you let me pass, or is this going to be difficult?
It does not have to be so difficult, but I will not let you walk by. I am aware that you have likely found some information, and if you have more questions, I may be able to answer them. It is no use going into a battle with only half knowledge. You will be, perhaps, surprised to learn, not as impatient or so self-sure as my brother. I understand that you're not to be underestimated.
What was she like? My mother. Do you know? Were they happy? Do you tear my family apart? Something I could have had a normal life. For what? For her.
Perhaps you do not understand what such belief can do to a person. While I no longer hold the belief of saving our family, I do believe in keeping my word. My niece's name was Larissa. I do not know the name of her husband. I did not know my niece terribly much. She ran away in her youth to live a life. When it came to follow the orders, by the time we had slaughtered Larissa, a husband, the extended kin. I had no feelings. I had a broken soul. I cannot tell you if they were happy. I cannot tell you if you would have had a normal life. Though I can tell you, for whatever it is worth, you've got your mother's light behind your eyes. And as he says this, he does draw his weapon, ready it. But again, there's no assuredness like Halloran had. This is rote. It's just something that has to be done, it seems, on the part of Raythiel.
If we must.
And we are rolling initiative. We have Raythiel and his 4 guards. It will be Xena, Verity, Raythiel, and guard, and then Prasathos. Xena, you are the first to act. What would you like to do?
How far are they from me and how clumped are they?
They stand all together in a very sort of like phalanx, tactical positioning. And they would have been fairly close. You've been having a cordial conversation, so anywhere between 10, 15 feet away.
I'm going to hold my attack action until Verity goes. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw my spectral axe at the one of the elite guards on the right.
Okay.
And it goes down, and then the next one.
All right, sounds good. Verity, what are you doing?
I would like to cast Flaming Sphere
Okay.
behind Raythiel, and I will use a bonus action to slam it into his back.
As you are casting the spell, Raythiel's sword will cast forward, and he will use his reaction to counterspell. What level is this? 5th?
Yes.
Okay, so he has to make a roll. He is intelligent. So even though he tries to reach out and cut forward, his spell, unfortunately, is not quite high enough, and the push and pull of the veils, your will becomes stronger, and your spell will go forward.
Great. So I will slam it into his back and force a dex save.
That is an 18.
That is 23 fire.
Okay. Anything else, Verity?
That's my turn.
Then it is Raythiel's go. And Raythiel gives the command to... Oh, wait, no. Xena, you were holding your turn.
Yes. That is going to be 34 to hit. Total of 14 points of damage.
Okay.
That is 31 to hit. For 18 points of damage. Does 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Great. Total of 16 points of damage.
He's looking rough, but he's still up. But it is now Fraythiel and his guard's turn, and Fraythiel will give the order. He sends 2 guards over to... He sends 3 guards over to Xena, 1 guard over to Prasathos, and then we'll head towards Verity himself. So, with that, the guards near Xena, the first attack against you is a 25, the second a 17, and the last a 26.
26.
So, you will take 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then Prasathos is just hit. He'll take that much damage. And then Verity. As Vrathiel moves in, there is a moment where his blade will alight in its own flame as he takes an attack at you. However, as the blade comes down, it's hard to say if it was intentional or if it was truly a mistake, but his form seems to shift at the last moment, and the blade just misses you. You can feel the heat of the flame that is a natural one. And Prasathos is going to cast a Dissonant Whispers on the guard in front of him, as he does not want this figure near him at all. That's a wisdom save, which this figure will succeed against. So he'll still take damage, but he does not have to run. And that is it for Prasathos, which means, Xena, we come back to you. You have 3 guards around you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do overwhelming strike against the one that's hopefully almost dead. Brutal critical. That is going to be 58 points of damage.
He goes down.
Next one is going to be 31 to hit. For a total of 25 points of damage. Total of 26 for 24 points of damage. And then my bonus attack because of crit. That is going to be 26 to hit for a total of 33 points of damage and end of turn.
That's another guard down, so there's just 2 guards left besides Vrathiel. It's Verity, it's your turn.
How far did he move?
About 15 feet to get to you.
Great. I will move that sphere and ram it into him again as a bonus action to force that dex save.
That is a 22.
That's a failure. And he will take 26 fire. And then we will... I'll ask for an intelligence save.
That is a 25.
He will pass.
Alright. It is Vrathiel's and the guard's turn. And the one in front of Xena gets a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
That is 24 slashing damage. The one in front of Chrysothos will hit him again. So that'll be... yeah. And then Rayfield is going to mutter a spell, and I need a con save from you, Verity.
That's a 12.
Unfortunately, a 12 does not pass. Around you, there is a loud noise that rings in your ears massively, and you are under the effects of shatter. And that is 23 points of thunder damage.
Hold on. I need concentration. Flaming sphere is gone, but I will ask for a deck save for Wraith.
Dex save, yeah. He fails.
That is 43 fire.
With a grimace, he's looking pretty hurt, but still in fighting condition, and he's going to action surge and then take 2 swings of his blade. With an 18
Yes.
and a 17.
Yes.
That's going to be 10 points of slashing damage and 3 points fire from the first attack. 11 points slashing damage and 5 points fire from the second.
I'm down.
As Verity goes down, anyone looking would see that as Wraithiel stands there, there is no look of triumph or success. It is blank. It is Prasathos' go. And no. That's not good at all. He will risk the opportunity attack, which will miss him. And as he will rush over, he will expend his highest spell slot for a Cure Wounds to give back 31 HP to you, Verity. And he... you don't really know Prasathos, but as he looks to you, we can't do this without you. We need to get everyone back, including you. And Xena, it is your turn.
Angry as heck. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take out the last one on me.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, that is going to be 31 to hit. 32 actually, for a total of 32 points of damage. That is going to be 27 to hit. For a total of 25 points of damage. Still up?
Just barely.
Uh, 21 to hit. For 27 points of damage.
Goes down.
And I would like to run over the one that you know who I mean, had left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So the last standing soldier, and then scream at his face and end the turn.
Verity, you are prone. You see Prasathos with concern and Wraithiel with a almost sadness on his face. What are you doing?
I will stand. And I will send some Eldritch Blasts to Wraithiel.
First one will be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. It's a 19 to hit.
19 just misses Wraithiel.
That's fine.
Wait, with
We'll
the
try,
plus one?
It's 20.
The 20 will just hit.
Okay. So that's 15, and it will be pushed back.
As you push Wraithiel back, he does fall to his knee, and he is quite wounded here. Still alive, but he's in bad condition.
I will go forward with that. 23, but non-lethal.
Okay. With 12 points of damage, non-lethally, Wraithiel drops his sword. He is in no condition to continue the battle. But you still have the other guard.
I will turn and send my last 2 Eldritch Blasts. It's a 23 for 9 and a 26 for 15.
He's got a collection here of welts and some more injuries, but he's still in fighting condition as it comes now to his turn. And Xena, you are right in front of him.
This is Raphael, yeah?
No.
Oh, the soldier. Oh
Mhm.
no, I gotta say goodbye to him.
Well, it's his turn.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So that is a 23 to hit you,
Miss.
and an 8 misses as well. Which means it's now Prasathos' turn, and Prasathos is going to provide help for Verity. And Xena, your turn.
Okay. So that is going to be 27 to hit. For a total of 33 points of damage.
He goes down.
And I go and stand next to him, but I don't do anything. End the turn.
With that, there is no more threat, as again, Wraithiel has been moved to a point where he cannot continue the battle. In the aftermath, as you are no longer bound by initiative, Wraithiel is breathing heavily, staring at the ground. It seems that he is almost expectant. What do you do, Verity?
What you have done is almost unforgivable. Some would say it is completely unforgivable. But I hope someday you forgive yourself. And I hope I find it in me to forgive you as well. And I'll push forward.
as you push forward. You proceed to the greenhouse. You move the large stone mausoleum doors, and you find the wide, winding stairwell that leads to the dungeon. As you descend, you hear the chanting of Muriel. You hear as she guides several others in a cadence of arcane and necromantic power. As you are moving down, however, you hear fluttering as well. The wings of a familiar face as Niari catches up to your group. You didn't think I'd let you storm this place without me? You got a promise to keep. And he gives you an almost smile.
And I intend to keep it.
And I intend to keep my word. For Ricky. As your group descends down, you would hear amongst the voices Sindri's, part of the chanting. You hear footsteps retreating, and as you reach the lowest floor of the dungeon, you look and see here an eerie white and pale teal light. It flickers like a lantern at the center of a large, dark chamber. This space here is darkened, save for the dim light of this ritual. It's easy enough for Verity's eyes to find Muriel here. She stands in the center over an altar that has been prepared. At her side, Sindri stands, and there are 3 ritualists that surround him. And as you all stand here, anyone who would like to make a perception check may do so. Even now,
I know.
Sina, you spot that Sindri holds a ceremonial black dagger. It's some ancient elven style followers of spider gods. You see that its cross guard resembles mandibles. Its blade takes the form of razor-sharp legs. But Verity, you're distracted by a voice that calls out to you. It drifts over the entire room, this disembodied voice. Verity, child of my blood, you are home at last. Return to me. In Verity, between one blink and the next, you find yourself in a dark, empty chamber.
See anything?
As you look around, it's empty. It's the ritual chamber, you're sure of it, but you only see Sindri and Muriel. And as you experience this, Verity, Xena,
Mm-hmm.
you see where Verity, as if in a trance, begins to take the slow steps towards the altar in the center of this room.
Um.
And
I,
as she begins to walk, that same voice that you had heard speak to her before this. Yes, my child, my blood, my vessel, return to me. What are you doing here, Xena?
I go ahead and walk. Try to get next to Verity and look at her and see if I can figure out. Is she under a trance? Does she look like she's under a trance?
She seems to not be of her own mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to stop her by firemen carry her and away from the little altar.
She's not yet made it to the altar. As you go to try and pick up Verity, you hear where, there is a quick motion from Muriel to some of the spider guardians down here. Stop that one. And Xena,
Mm.
you've got 2 spider guardians coming towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go ahead and if I have her picked up, I'm gonna try to go ahead and run away as far as possible.
I need to check something because I believe that there is mechanics here.
No mechanics, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Okay. As you try to leave, the
Yeah.
moment that you are getting towards the edge of the ritual room, Verity disappears in your arms.
Oh,
As you see
that was low blow.
As you see, one of the ritualists next to Sindri has his arms outcast as he has cast a transportation spell, bringing Verity closer to the center there when she was before you had even picked her up, bringing her the full length of the range of the spell. And you still have 2 spider guardians after you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say hi to the spider guardians because I'm gonna try to get to Verity. I'm assuming they're gonna try to stop me. So no, I'm gonna.
Well, we will come to what you're doing after our visit
Yeah.
to the Domination Realm.
Okay.
So, Verity.
Yeah.
You're in a dark ritual chamber, but there's no one here. No one but you, no one but Sindri and Muriel. Both of them seem to be under some sort of malady. Sindri seems distraught and depressed from a visual standpoint, alone, the way he holds himself. Verity, however, you would see that Muriel seems shrouded in darkness. There's a sadness there, but her, it seems, apparition is more darkened. What do you do?
I'm going to make my way to Sindri. Get there and try and take his hands.
Yeah, you take them, but again, he's dismal, dreary.
Sindri.
can't stand another horrid vision like this, please. Stop tormenting me with visions of her.
Here. This is real.
Give me a persuasion check.
It's a 26.
As he looks up, still a glimmer of disbelief in his eyes. He raises one of his hands to just gently touch your cheek. You're really here.
They found you.
Was I had lost you again? I thought I lost the person that I cared about once more. But you're here.
We need to find a way out of this. Together.
It's together we can get out of this, but her presence here, it never ends. And at this point, Verity, I'm going to ask for a wisdom save.
That's an 18.
An 18. You see in the peripheral a visual, strange sort of elven figure, ethereal, ghostly, and as it rushes towards you, you can feel where it impacts against you and tries to overwhelm your mind. It begins to try and find fears and pull them closer. But you're able to resist. Then we will move out of the domination realm to Sina. What are you doing out?
I'm gonna try to go up to the spider guardians and then try to take them down, I guess. Overwhelming strikes to the legs.
Okay.
That is going to be, I'm assuming 19 misses.
A 19 will just hit the spider guardians.
Okay, that is good. That is going to be 25 points of damage. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna rage. Because I'm about to get effed up. That is going to be 21 to hit for a total of 26 points of damage.
Okay.
No, it's a natural 20.
Okay.
24, that's 49, 59 points of damage in the turn.
Okay. Verity's body continues to step closer towards the altar.
Oh, I'm gonna scream at her to say, please stop and come back. That's it.
Okay. Verity, you do not hear this. Out in the realm, Prasathos is assisting, trying to do the best that he can. Niari brings out his own capable fighting skills, swords, to assist in the fight here with Xena, and the clash of metal, the attempts to disrupt the chanting, and Verity, you are still here. As you look around that dominated realm, it's dark, and you see again Muriel's figure here, draped in darkness, but now that you are closer, you can see that the form isn't stationary, isn't still as you had first thought, but it is weeping. Her shoulders heave, and the darkness again just kind of fades over her like a veil. You still have Sindri's hand. You can feel where his presence is here. So what do you do?
I take the hand that I have in both of my hands and give it a squeeze. We're gonna get out. And I'll let go and move towards my mother.
Okay.
I'll crouch down. Why are you crying? Is this not what you want?
You... There is... Again, the shadow that overcomes her form. It's shifting. As if the realm itself is kind of draped over her. I wanted to bring our family, household, to the greatness it once stood upon. I wanted to do that with my sister at my side. And now look at what has happened.
I don't know that I will ever understand the darkness in you.
The woman on the ground continues to heave a sob. And Verity,
Mm.
there is... You hear... No, it's not really a hear. You sense another presence here with you. And off to your peripheral, you see again a sort of shimmering, etheric being, and for a moment you think, and hence preparing for another of the elven ghosts to try and assail your mind. But this elf is unlike that other one. Something entirely outside of anything masculinity or femininity. White robes of shimmering rainbow sequins, and a swirling horn that protrudes from the forehead. Their eyes are a pale color, and for a moment, as you look at this figure, there's a glimpse of green pastures of a whimsical domain far away. And in a voice that you've heard not long ago. When in utter darkness, you must find the light within yourself and within others to illuminate the way forward. Let your words kindle what remains within those who still harbor love of life within their hearts. As the elf turns their head, their gaze falling on the form of Muriel, you can start to see some of the shadows that crawl over top of her form recede just a bit. But we'll step outside of our domination realm here for a moment. Verity, not Verity, Xena. What's it look like out on the outside with what you're doing? You've got spider guardians, you've got the small remaining house guards, you've been fighting alongside Trisathos and Niari. What's that been like?
We've been doing great. We have been coordinating attacks, and it just 1, 2, 3, and a lot of crits and stuff like that. So the guards are all dead, and Spider has one. One of the spiders is like, so chopped beyond its thing. It's been like dissected looking. The other one actually is on its last leg.
You know what? I love this tall tale. Why don't you roll me a performance check to see how much I believe it? No. But no. Why don't you actually roll for me a Why don't you roll for me just a straight d20 to see how well your attempts have been doing?
Absolutely. That's great. That's 15.
15. Yeah, no, you have been actually fighting really well. Coordinated attacks, buffs from Prasathos. Prasathos has been doing very good because he's not an athletic figure like Niaria or yourself, Xena. But Prasathos has been doing very good at making sure that Verity never gets too close to the altar. But you still, again, have, there are ritualists. Niari has thrown a dagger at one of them, causing them to be unable to utilize their arm as part of their casting. So anything that requires a somatic casting has been negated from that caster. But yeah, you've been doing really well. You've defeated one of the spider guardians in your coordinated attacks. You have broken a leg of the next one. And all throughout this have been fighting off the guards that have pushed them to the edges. So you've been holding your ground fairly well in this fight.
Hey, good for us.
So what are you doing now?
I am actually trying to go ahead and attack the second spider, the last spider, and trying to do some overwhelming attacks and try to break some more legs. That is going to be 28 to hit. For look at that, 34 points of damage. And since I'm narrating this, I would say a lot of critical hits and stuff like that. 31 to hit, for a total of 31 points of damage. And oh look, that is going to be 25 to hit, and total of 29 points of damage. And you know what? That's for narration's sake. I'm gonna go ahead and do an action search. See if I can just get rid of this spider altogether. 28 to hit for 24 points of damage. And double 18, so that's good. That should be two legs. 32 to hit for 32 points of damage. That was almost a 19. 21 to hit for total of 28 points of damage, and I think that's it, right?
That's it, but it's still on its
Yeah.
last leg. However, you have been in a great coordination with Niari, who, as under your last swing, Niari comes flying through and just takes a swing at that last leg with his sword. And
just for trying to figure out where everybody is Verity, like, how far would you say Verity is from me?
It varies. Right now you're probably about 20 feet from Verity. And
Okay.
Prasathos is like right in front of Verity, trying to keep her from getting to the altar. But as the first attack from Niari does miss, unfortunately, but his second attack impacts against it, not quite enough to break the joint, but he started it process, and you can hear some Sylvan swearing.
In my head, I would like to go ahead and imagine this heroic moment where Xena, like, almost like a waltz ballroom dancer, like, dances over to Verity and just grabs her arm and twirls her around and gets her in their arm like Tarzan and Jane and just sweep her off the thing. That's what's in Xena's head right now.
Oh.
FYI.
That is in Xena's head, but why don't we go inside Verity's head as Verity's body continues to try and get to the altar. And as you are Verity, what are you doing in the domination realm?
I will my mother, still crouching close. My entire life, I know now that you've lied to me. But you are the woman who raised me. You taught me everything I know, whether it's good or bad. If you could cast all this aside, maybe one day that small amount of love that I have for you could grow. And if you have any for me, if you ever had any for me. Did you imagine what we could do? Two of us. For good.
As you speak these words, Verity, more of the shadows begin to recede off of Muriel's form. And that's all we'll see of the results of your speech before our ad break. So stick around with us. We will be right back to see exactly how this will play out here in a moment. Please let the ads run. Ads are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable. We love you all. We'll be right back. See you very soon. So as we come back, you are in a ritual chamber. Xena, you fight with Chrysathos and with Niari, and there has been a plentiful effort on your part to keep the tranced Verity from getting to the altar. In your struggle against this last guardian, assisting Niari, the two of you are able to hit it down, but in the same moment, you hear something that is damning. You hear the sound of Prasathos getting hit.
No.
The ritualist that was unable to cast the somatic spells due to Niari's dagger has thrown himself bodily at Prasathos, who has been intercepting Verity. And the other cultists warp Verity just next to the altar.
No.
And Verity's body begins to lie down.
Oh no.
Sindri begins to raise the dagger.
Oh
And Muriel, who has been chanting this entire time, pauses. In the domination realm, Verity, your mother looks up to you. Tears still in her face. And she doesn't say anything. But she has looked up. She has seen your light. Above the altar, as Sindri's blade gleams, a single tear rolls down Muriel's face as she looks down at her daughter. Sindri's arm begins the downward arc of bringing the dagger down towards Verity's chest. And as Muriel's eyes close, she whispers, "Because I loved you." There is a shattering noise as the dagger's blade hits the altar and not the flesh of Verity. Verity, you blink and you're no longer looking at your mother's face. You are looking at Sindri's. You can see that he is aghast as he casts aside the hilt that was in his hand, and as you're trying to figure out what exactly is happening, there is a shriek. Nearby, Muriel bows her head, and the spectral, disembodied voice. Now you see the presence of Shaldora, and you recognize, Verity, that figure. The one that tried to overwhelm your mind and pull out your fears is here. And the wail that she releases. You see Muriel's body begin to petrify. Begin to turn to glass and crystal and shudders. And Shaldora is here in full. At least all that she can manifest of her ghostly form. As we will roll initiative. Sina,
Mm-hmm.
you're the first to act here.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
Okay. So I see Verity on the altar and with the cultists. Yes.
Cultists would have been part of that petrifying wail. Right now, all you have as a figure to worry about is Shaldora.
Okay. And she is how far from me?
Gosh dang it, Sirenscape. Shaldora, we'll put her 25 feet.
Okay. But is she hovering?
Yeah, she is in the air, but she's also kind of like in the center of the room. She's near the
Okay.
altar, but
Can I get to a place where it's within 20 feet or less?
yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my axe at her. That is going to be 23 to hit for a total of 24 points of damage.
Okay.
That's brutal critical. Oh no, that doesn't work because it's not a melee weapon. It's just regular. That is going to be 17 points of damage.
No, the 19 crits comes from your fighter class. It would still.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I believe it's still. Let me double check on that. But it should still count as a critical. It's just not. Because technically the term brutal critical is the barbarian, which is probably why
Right,
you're
right.
thinking melee, but the 19.
Yeah, okay. I think you're right.
So.
So that should be 41, yeah?
It would be 17 plus then. Yeah.
Yeah. And then 23 to hit for a total of 17 points of damage and end the turn.
Cool. Then it will be Verity. Your turn.
Ooh, well, I need to get up and off of this altar.
Yeah.
So I will do that. Moving as far away as I can, and will send we'll send a guiding bolt up there.
Go for it.
That is a 20 with the +1.
A 20 with the +1 will hit.
Cool. A 34 radiant, and she is glowing.
All right. Just wanted to make sure she wasn't vulnerable or anything like that. But yes, she's glowing. As this elven figure is looking, you can see the tendrils that try and keep her grounded to this realm are starting to grow thin. She's taken a lot of damage. And she's going to look. Anything else from Verity first?
No, that's it.
She's going to look at Xena and will release the same sort of petrifying wail. And I need you to make me a Constitution save, please. 20. A 20 will just succeed. So, you are fine. And that is Shelter's turn.
Is it too late for me to say I fail?
I'm going to say you've already rolled, so yes.
Okay.
So, with that, it is going to be our NPCs go. And you have Prasothos, who will cast Bless, and will affect Xena, Verity, and Niari. And that's our NPCs for this round, which means that Xena, it is your turn. What are you doing?
I see Verity and my heart just goes, oh, you're back. And I would like to go over because she looks like she's hurt and do healing hands and heal her for total of 19 hit points. And
Okay.
that's the end of my turn.
Verity, what would you like to do here?
We'll send some Eldritch Blasts that way.
Okay.
First at advantage, yeah.
First at advantage.
That is a 32 to hit.
Most definitely.
9 force. Oh, that's a natural one. And a 29. For 15. And a 34. For 8.
Shaldora's looking as if she's hanging on by a thread. But she's still here. Which means Verity, as it comes to her turn,
Mm-hmm.
you watch as she moves towards you, but again, she's not looking to harm you, her vessel. She goes for Xena, whose back is to her. And... oh, that was a bad roll. Xena, you're fine. But
Okay.
you feel for a moment, Xena, the chill touch of death just brush beyond your back. Our NPCs are going to go, and who will act this turn? It'll be Niari that acts this turn. He's just gonna rush in. He is a fighter. This is the person that has caused so much issues. And as reckless as he is, it seems to be showing in his moves. He comes close to striking her, but is just unable to actually manage a hit, and he growls his frustrations as Xena, we come to your turn. What are you doing?
I look at Shadora and want to kill her really, really bad. But I think she recognizes that this is not her fight. She steps aside and making sure that Verity is not interrupted by anybody else. And if anybody comes near her, I will go ahead and swing my axe. Otherwise, that's it.
So you move away without disengaging?
Yeah, yeah. I'll risk an up attack.
It's a better roll than what she rolled last time, but a 19 will still miss, so you're fine.
Yep. Yeah.
And Verity,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing here as it comes to your turn?
Is she within melee of me, or was there like a 5
She
feet
was,
between us?
so Xena had to come up to
Mhm.
touch you to heal. So
Right.
then she came up to get melee with Xena. So now that Xena's moved away, there's that 5-foot gap.
Great. We're gonna send another guiding bolt.
Hell yeah.
That's an 18 to hit.
+1, which makes it a
Plus 1,
19.
19.
A 19 will hit.
Great. 39 radiant.
39 radiant. As your guiding bolt strikes the center of this figure, as it begins to alight and burst outward from the ghostly visage. Verity, would you like to describe what is seen?
You would ask that after I took a bite of pizza. So there is anger and sadness all over Verity's face. This is the figure that has caused her, maybe indirectly, so much pain and fear in her life. She takes all of the emotion, the moments not long ago with Sindri, with her mother. The feeling she has being free of this place and coalesces it all in this beam of golden light that has been gifted to her, and just throws it out.
As the light impacts and burns outward from the centermost of Shaldora's spirit, there is a scream of fury as her soul is shattered. The pieces fade away, a raging torrent between the veils crossing the realms. Just unsure if she is truly gone, or if she has only fallen to Veil de Umbra. But she is free from whatever she clawed and held on to this realm. You're no longer bound by initiative. And in the aftermath of battle, as the echoes stop, Verity, you see Muriel. She appears in the diamond dust of the shattered instance that she once was, standing there. Her face is soft. You can count on one hand the amount of times you've seen it this soft. There's still that single tear on her face. She doesn't say anything as she fades away. And then there's nothing there. The aftermath of battle is a blur. Sindri, too stifled by the fear of what he almost done, just clings to you for moments and moments, Verity. Niari frees his people for Sotho's slumps. He swears off adventuring. Days pass, and it's hard to even really categorize it. You've been bestowed the title of Heroes of the Twilight Tree by King Sprinnifor. Verity received a letter from Vrathiel. He said that you have inherited the house. He abdicated as soon as it was passed down to him. All ownership and titles were surrendered to you. And he disappeared. Alongside the letter alerting you of the change of the ownership of the estate, Vrathiel has left a letter of Muriel's, carefully preserved. It reveals her regrets over Honorieth's death. Honorieth must be her sister. You can read between the lines here. It seems that she and Vrathiel spoke about their true thoughts on the matter. But Shaldora had been too powerful at that point. And Halloran had made it difficult to question any decision that Shaldora had made. With this carefully preserved note, Vrathiel has also left you a jeweled key. one that you don't quite know the purpose of until you are moving through the different rooms of the house. It is in Vrathiel's quarters that you find a locked box. It's the size of a large book, and the key opens it. And there is a letter in there. Vrathiel, while I appreciate your gesture and my heart is glad to know that my sister did not suffer before her death, you must understand that I can never forgive you for what you did to my family. The lives that you destroyed can never be recovered. I do not wish any fate upon you, not for revenge, not for reprisal, but I request that you never contact me again. Au revoir. Eventually, you all are able to return to Wintervale. The house is yours to do with as you please, Verity. You have perhaps a lead and more family out there than you ever thought from both your mother and your father's side. However, in the dark domain of night, the glittering soul gem sparkles and floats, slowly rotating above a cauldron full and dripping with boiling green, slimy liquid. Around it, whispers and trails of shadowy energy sift and flow, as if dwindling into a maelstrom at the base of the crystal. Beyond the misty vapors rising around the gem, a twisted, hideously ugly face slowly presses forward. A gnarled tree stump, contorted by a nightmare pulled by hateful malady. She takes a deep inhale of the vapors and giggles. The sound of a withered crone as her putrid and noxious eyes closely examine the glowing gem. My dear, dear Sheldora, don't you worry. Auntie will take good care of you. And the maniacal laughter fills the air as the hag snatches up the gem. And our session comes to an end. So, thank you to our players for playing. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you all enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next stream. Until then, head over to wildwitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself. And of course, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.